Welcome, Golden Bears. I'm Mark from the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office. As we look at our world today, we need creative and innovative students, just like you, in order to solve our complex problems. And on behalf of our whole team, we are thankful and excited to be here for you during your journey at Berkeley. Our purpose is to support you and keep our campus focused on the guiding mission of providing education access to all students, regardless of financial ability. This has been our charge at Berkeley for over 150 years. Financial Aid and Scholarships is a found and equity program on our campus, and we help build a diverse community of scholars from a wide range of economic backgrounds. Many students at Cal receive some form of financial aid, and it is our goal to empower you so that you may thrive as a student, graduate, and be proud of your investment. We also care deeply about you and your family. Our team of diverse professionals are here for you every step of the way as you engage in a world-class education. While hundreds of students may come through our doors, we hold sacred our responsibility as advisors to provide accurate and credible guidance attuned to your specific needs. We put together this series of videos to help students, parents, and supporters better understand how financial aid works here at Berkeley. We'll first take a look at Cal Central, the student portal. Next, we'll get a better understanding of costs and how we determine financial need and awarding. Finally, we'll dive into expected family contributions and how you can let us know if your circumstances have changed since you filed your aid application. Your scholarly development and growth are priority number one. As student development professionals, we prioritize your empowerment, agency, and guide you as you cultivate financial wellness. We want to partner with you and are here for you. So, without further ado, Cal Central is your online portal to almost everything Berkeley. Well, it won't feed you, but it will bring together your student data into a personalized mobile-friendly dashboard and digital assistant drawing from dozens of campus sources. You can check your campus email, calendar, the courses, course capture, and more directly within Cal Central. Most importantly, Cal Central is where you will view and manage your finances and financial aid, which is what I'm going to focus on today. So, let's take a look. When you first log in, you will see My Dashboard. On this page, you can accept your offer of admission if you haven't already. Be sure to review the message. You may not be required to pay the deposit. The new Admit Resources on the lower left side includes links to many frequently asked questions about admissions and financial aid. So, please, take a look. Your tasks are front and center and sorted by department to keep things organized. You can review both completed and incomplete tasks that you still need to finish. Simply click on View to see which tasks are outstanding. Expand the individual task to learn about what steps you will take to complete each task. Notifications are also on this page. Please be sure to read your messages. You will get a lot of messages from many campus departments in this section. It may seem overwhelming, but there's a lot of important information in these messages and we don't want you to miss out on any opportunities. Just remember to read the messages from the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office first. When they become available, the My Finances section within Cal Central gives you access to your billing and payment information, your 2020-21 financial aid awards, and links to important financial resources. Student billing and financial aid both involve your finances and one impacts the other. And while they both live in your My Finances section, they are separate offices on campus. After clicking on My Finances, you will see a View Awards button. Use this to get to the awards page. You may have also navigated to your award information directly from your Map at Berkeley portal. On this page, you will find not only your financial aid award information, but also messages from the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office about any changes in your eligibility, award payment status, and financial aid requirements. This section also includes work-study and loan management functions. There is a lot to take in, but don't worry, we'll take it piece by piece. On the far left, you will see net cost. Net cost is the difference between the entire cost of attendance and your gift aid, or free money. The net cost can be met with work-study, loans, and outside scholarships. It is what you might pay for 1 year at Berkeley depending on your expenses. Your net cost is not the amount you will be billed by the institution. It gives you an apples-to-apples comparison of what it might cost you to attend one school versus another. Underneath net cost, you see communications. Check this section often, as this is where you will find notifications from our office about additional actions you may need to take in order for your financial aid to be ready to pay by the start of the term. In the center of the page, you will see estimated cost of attendance, or your budget, for the academic year. You can expand each budget item to view the components. You can also view your budget by term, which we'll come back to in a minute. On the far right, you will view the awards offered to you, organized by type. Be sure to scroll all the way to the bottom to review all the types of financial aid, gift aid, work study, and loans that may be offered to you. You can also view your awards by term. Review each award and click on the arrow to expand the award information and learn more about each individual award. Many of these messages contain important information about eligibility, such as enrollment requirements. You may see that your financial aid awards are labeled conditional. This means we're only estimating your financial aid because we still need something from you in order to confirm your financial aid. We'll come back to this when we talk about tasks a little later. If your awards are official, you can begin to accept, decline, or reduce your loans and/or work study awards for the academic year. If you are thinking you might want to work at some point in the first year, accept your work study early to let us know you plan to use it, as there is a limited funding. Go to your work study awards and click on the blue Accept button. This will let you choose how much of the award you want to accept for the year. You can choose to accept less than the maximum award. Once you accept the amount, you will still have the ability to convert all or a portion of unearned work study to an eligible loan during the year. Click on Find a Job link to go to the work study page on our website to learn more about the program and how to search for work study jobs. Accepting loans works pretty much the same way. Click on the blue Accept button next to the loan offers. Then, enter the amount you would like to accept. You can do this at any time during the academic year, so you don't have to decide right away. And like work study, you can accept any amount up to the offered amount. If you only need to borrow $2,000, for example, then accept that amount. And remember that it will split evenly, $1,000 in the fall and $1,000 in the spring if you are enrolled in both terms. You will have to complete some additional requirements after you accept the loan, like a promissory note and entrance counseling in order for the loans to pay. So, if you will need these funds at the start of the term, be sure to accept and complete loan requirements before you get to campus. You can also reduce or cancel loans after you accept them if you change your mind. Click on the Reduce Cancel link to do so. Enter 0 to cancel the entire loan. If your parents are interested in accepting an offered PLUS loan, they will need to do this through the Federal Student Aid Office of the U.S. Department of Education. You do not accept this award through CalCentral the way you would do other student loans. Expand the award information to learn more about what steps your parents will need to take to apply for the PLUS loan. Berkeley students receive over $10 million a year in outside scholarship aid. If you're one of those students, you will need to let us know about these scholarships, whether the donor sends the fund to you or to us, so we can coordinate that outside scholarship with the rest of your awards. To do this, click on the link to Report Outside Resources in the Awards section of CalCentral. You can choose the name of the resource from the drop-down menu, or enter the name if you don't see the award on the list. Enter the amounts you will receive in fall and spring so we can add them to your financial aid package. Once you do this, you will see the awards included in your other financial aid awards. The housing section is important because your housing option impacts your estimated budget and your financial aid awards. If you're thinking about living off campus and you want to see how your awards will change, click on the Update Housing Pathway link to estimate the changes. You can estimate as often as you like, up until we finalize your housing type before the start of school in August. Remember when I mentioned viewing your budget and awards by semester? This is important if you're thinking about enrolling in the fall program for freshmen or Global Edge because the budgets and awards will be different each term. After you review your awards, it is important to find out what we may still need from you to ensure your aid is ready to pay by the start of the term. So, let's go back to those tasks we talked about earlier. The tasks sections are items you need to act on. It will provide you the information we are requesting from you and possibly your parents. This could include things such as submitting required documents, loan entrance counseling, or uploading additional documents. You can view your financial aid tasks from the dashboard or from My Finances. We'll first look at them in the dashboard.
Start by making sure you're looking at incomplete tasks to see what you still need to do. As I mentioned earlier, tasks are organized by department. Let's focus on finances tasks. Click View to expand the task list and see the individual requirements. Then, expand the task for more information and instructions for submitting the documentation requested. One task everyone must complete is accepting the financial aid terms and conditions. You will not receive your financial aid if you do not complete this task, so be sure to get this one done soon. You may have been selected for a process called verification, or if you are a DREAM student, the campus needs to confirm your eligibility for in-state tuition, or both. Verification simply means that we are required to collect documentation to confirm the information you provided on your aid application. It's important to remember that your awards will remain conditional until you complete the verification task. This information is stated in the task and in the award details. Also, know that your awards may change if we have to make corrections to your application information during verification. You can begin submitting documents once you have accepted your offer of admission and have created your CalNet account. You can also find your task on the Financial Aid and Scholarships page by navigating to My Finances and then View Awards. Your financial aid tasks are also listed in the Communication section on the right. Lastly, we know that many of you may be navigating this experience with the support of others. If you would like campus staff in financial aid, billing, or registration to communicate with someone that is supporting you through this process, please be sure to tell us that by completing the information disclosure in Cal Central. To do this, click on your beautiful picture in the corner and select Profile from the menu. Then select Delegate Access from the Privacy and Permissions menu. If you do not grant us permission, we are legally obligated to protect your information and cannot disclose information to your support network, including parents who may be paying the bills. Once you accept your admission and create your CalNet ID, take care of this so we can support the network that is supporting you. And remember, you don't have to give them access to your grades unless you really want to.
Are you still with me? Yes, I know that was a lot to digest, but hopefully it was all helpful and straightforward so you will have no problem diving in. Remember, Cal Central is your online portal to almost everything Berkeley. And yes, while it might not actually feed you, understanding your finances through this portal will help you understand how you can feed, well, yourself. Again, congratulations. We are so excited to have you here as a part of our legacy of excellence. Welcome to your future, and go Bears! Hey there, Golden Bears. I'm Mark with the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office, and I'm here to help you understand the cost of attending Berkeley and how to make sense of the awards you were offered. I will also go over calculating how much you may owe Berkeley after all your awards are applied. Before our Financial Aid and Scholarships Office can award you aid, we must first estimate how much we think it will cost you to attend Berkeley during our 9-month academic year. The estimated cost of attendance, or budget, serves as the foundation for determining your financial need, as well as the amount of financial aid, including grants and scholarships, that can be offered to you. Cost of attendance figures are established through student surveys and other research, and can vary based on your living situation, like living in a dorm versus living in an off-campus apartment, and your residency status. Cost of attendance is more than just tuition and fees. Additional components include room and board, books, supplies, transportation, personal expenses, and for some, health insurance costs. It's everything that we think it will cost to educate you, feed you, house you, and keep you clean during the academic year. We use these average expenses as the foundation for awarding aid. Your estimated cost of attendance contains both direct and indirect costs. Direct costs are what the university bills you directly. These are items like tuition and fees, room and board, if living on campus, and health insurance. Any direct costs you will see billed to you through your student account. Indirect costs are those controlled by you and are not directly billed through the university. These are costs like transportation, books and supplies, room and board if living off campus, and personal expenses like boba. Our Financial Aid and Scholarships Office will provide you a financial aid package to meet your direct and indirect costs that make up the total cost of attendance. The type of aid we award to meet your cost of attendance depends on the information provided on your aid application and could include gift aid, free money, work study, and loans. Yes, loans are part of a financial aid package and are considered financial aid. As a public institution, most of our students are offered loans to help with their costs. That being said, you may not need to borrow or may not need to borrow all that you've been offered. To determine how much you may need to borrow, we will first calculate your net cost. Net cost is the estimated cost of attendance minus any gift aid, grants and scholarships you've been offered. The net cost represents the amount of funding you may need in addition to your gift aid to meet all of your educational expenses for the academic year. The net cost can be met with scholarships you bring with you, work study, loans, or family contributions. The net cost is an estimate of how much funding you may need beyond the free money you've been offered to meet your total cost of attendance. It is not necessarily the amount you will owe the university. Once you have calculated your net cost, you are ready to determine how much you may need to borrow and work. Some questions to ask: will you be bringing in outside scholarships to help with your cost? Do you have savings that you plan to use to meet your cost of attendance? Will you be working over the summer and saving those earnings? Remember, any scholarship you bring with you, savings or earnings, can help reduce the amount you need to borrow. But let's get real. What you really want to know is the bottom line. Will I need to pay anything? And if so, how much? You can estimate how much you will owe or how much refund you will receive by calculating your total charges for the term and subtracting from the total amount of grants and loans you have accepted. We will exclude work study for now. We've created a worksheet that can help you calculate your balance due or refund. Check out this link. If there are more charges than aid, you will have a balance due. If there's more aid than charges, the difference represents a refund that will come to you at the start of the semester. This refund will help with those indirect costs: books, supplies, transportation, personal costs. If you expect a refund, be sure to sign up for direct deposit to have those funds automatically delivered to your bank account. Visit this link. But say you do have a balance due or need more money to address indirect costs. This is where your work study funding can help you. Work study is a need-based student aid program that gives you the opportunity to earn money through part-time employment. Work-study earnings are not distributed through your student account and do not reduce your tuition bills. They are earned wages through employment that you receive in a form of a paycheck. You can use those wages to help with your indirect costs and to buy your boba. If you don't have work-study in your financial aid package, or you will still need funds even after accounting for potential work-study earnings, it's time to consider student loans. The calculations you did to estimate your balance due will help you determine how much you may need to borrow. Remember, you can borrow less than the loan amounts offered to you in your financial aid package, and it's important to understand the terms of any loan you accept. Visit financialaid.berkeley.edu/loans to learn more about the different types of loans available. Your time here with us at Berkeley will be one of the most life-changing experiences on your path to even greater things. Remember, a UC Berkeley education is an investment in your future and offers immense value in return. You'll become part of a legacy filled with tons of amazing current students and alumni the world over. Your journey to a world-class education here at Berkeley is only just beginning, and your golden future awaits. Hi, I'm Mark from the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office. We hope you and your family are safe and healthy during this challenging time. Our entire team is working behind the scenes to answer your questions and guide you through the financial aid process. One of the most common questions we've received this year is, my family's income has decreased significantly since completing my aid application. How can I get more financial aid to help pay for my expenses? We recognize that your family's financial circumstances may have changed since the 2018 tax year as a result of COVID-19. In this video, we will share information about our expected family contribution, or EFC, appeal process. We will share resources and an online tool to help you and your family estimate how a change in income might impact your awards. So, let's get started. First up, verification. It is important that you review your task in CalCentral on a regular basis. One of those tasks might be verification. The U.S. Department of Education, or the California Student Aid Commission, may select you for a process called verification. This does not mean that there's something wrong with your application. It just means that they want us to document the information you reported on your financial aid application as accurate. If you have been selected for verification, please know that it is a task that will need to be completed before we can consider or review an EFC appeal. Next, if you have a 0 EFC, you should not appeal. Financial aid awarding is based on financial need, eligibility, and availability of funds. Before you go through the effort of compiling and submitting an EFC appeal, there are a few things you can do to understand how or if your financial aid could change. The first thing you can do is review your expected family contribution, or EFC.
Welcome back to CalCentral. This should look familiar by now. Here's our dashboard. What we're looking for is the My Finances tab. Go ahead and click that. From there, we're going to go to View Awards. This is located on the middle card on your My Finances screen. Once you click View Awards, you want to scroll to the left side of the screen and search for Financial Aid and Scholarships Profile. There you could check what your expected family contribution should be. If it's 0, you don't need to appeal. A 0 EFC means we have awarded you the maximum amount of grants and scholarships you are eligible for. Your EFC cannot be reduced below 0, and an EFC appeal will not result in a change in your financial aid awards. We encourage all students to apply for outside scholarships each year they are enrolled in college. We have lots of resources that can help you through that process, found at this link.
Our next point, non-residents. As we mentioned earlier, financial aid is based on numerous factors. Financial need and eligibility are two of those factors that go hand in hand. To be considered for Berkeley grants and scholarships, you will need to demonstrate need and meet all eligibility requirements for funding. This means you need to apply for aid, be a U.S. citizen, a permanent resident or dream student, have financial need, and be a California resident to be considered for Berkeley grants and scholarships. The residency office will determine whether you are a California resident once you complete the statement of legal residence. Until that determination is final, we will use the information you provided on your loan application to award you aid. Unfortunately, we are unable to award need-based Berkeley grants and scholarships to out-of-state students. Submitting an EFC appeal to the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office will not result in Berkeley grants or scholarships in these cases. If you have questions about how residency is determined, we encourage you to review the residency requirements on the registrar's website. We've received questions about accessing our appeal process. The EFC appeal form will be available on May 1st. Once you've accepted your admission, created your CalNet ID, and completed all financial aid verification requirements, you are welcome to submit an EFC appeal for consideration. Please remember that we cannot consider appeals based on residency, consumer debt, zero EFCs, or those with outstanding verification requirements. We encourage you to follow the appeal requirements closely and provide all the required information. Submitting an incomplete appeal will only prolong the process for all students. So, we thank you in advance for submitting all required information and documentation for consideration. In the meantime, use a calculator. We know that you need to make a decision about which college or university that you're going to attend by May 1st, and that this deadline doesn't quite align with the availability of our EFC appeal form. To estimate how your new circumstances could impact your aid, you can use our online calculator. Get it? Calculator. Okay, who wrote that? Look, the point is you should use this calculator, and you can find it at this link. Using an estimate of you and your parents' information, if you're a dependent student, enter your 2020 income, household, residency, and housing type information. The calculator will use that information to provide an estimate aid package. These are online instructions defining each question to guide you. You can find them here at this link. Please remember that this is only an estimate and your actual awards may vary. We just gave you a lot of information to digest. Some of you still may have questions. Well, we've created an EFC appeal flyer that covers all of today's information in more detail. You can find it at this link. Thank you for spending time with us today. We hope you found this video useful, and we look forward to having you join us in the coming academic year. Please take good care of yourselves. Thank you, and go Bears!